Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I got these door hangers now for the Jeep Gladiator. These are from the place that I get a lot of stuff from, which is JoyTutus. Everything I've got from them is top-notch stuff. So what I'm going to do to these door hangers is, when I take the doors off, normally I set them in there on the concrete floor on a piece of plastic, lean them up against the wall in the shop. Well, with these I'll be able to take and actually hang the doors up so they're not sitting on the floor, and I don't have to worry about them falling over. So these should come in pretty handy. And I got two sets of these, so one for the front doors, one for the rear doors. If you just had a Jeep Wrangler that's two-door, you would just need one set, but for a JKU or JLU or a Gladiator, which is the four-door, you'll need two sets of these to go on all four doors. So it comes with everything you need to go ahead and mount these on the wall, and then I'll take the door, stick it on there, and see how it works. Let me show you first what's in the box. Okay, in the box, pretty cool, it's wrapped in bubble wrap. There's one hanger, a couple pieces of foam that you might need to put on them to protect your doors from being scuffed. Pretty nice. It looks like stainless steel hardware. It comes with self-drill lag bolts to bolt these things to the wall. And here's the other hanger. We'll take this one out of the package and look at it. This is really nice and heavy made, no doubt about it. So it's not going to bend, that's for sure. And check that out, looks like a Jeep. It's only got 4 bars here, not 7, but it still looks like a Jeep there. This is where your lag bolts would go. I guess you could use those holes depending on your application. It looks like it's nice black powder coated and a good job of powder coating too. So we'll go ahead and take this thing and take a couple of our lag bolts out here, and we'll go mount this to the wall, and then we'll see. Okay, normally on this wall in the garage, it's a good empty wall, so what I do is I take my Jeep doors and I set them over here, and I got a piece of plastic, and I'll set them on the concrete floor and lean them up against the wall, which is not near as good as having a place to hang them on, so they're not hitting the floor. And I'm always worried with them sitting here, if the wind blew the side of the shop building or something, maybe they'll fall over. They haven't yet, but hopefully this will eliminate the problem. So we go ahead and bolt these on, one of these onto the studs, using a couple of the screws that come with it. And what it takes is a 10mm socket, and you could use a ratchet to put them in, but I'm going to use the DeWalt. So what you want to basically do is find whatever height you want your doors to be hanging. You got to figure that the top of your door down so it's not going to be hitting on the floor. So I'm going to put them so high up. You don't want to have to lift them real high, but you don't want to put them plumb on the floor either. And we'll put a couple of these bolts that come with it, like so. Make sure it's center of the stud, and it will be centered that way. Okay, of course, the pieces of foam that it does come with, I can take and hang the door up here first, so I can actually figure out where I want these pieces to protect the door from getting hit on the metal, scratched up. It may be a good idea to cover these bolts, maybe, so don't hit them, but let's look. Alright, I'm going to take my tools that come with the Jeep, take these bolts out, unplug the wires, and take the door off. Okay, now raise the door up. We'll carry this inside and hang it on the hanger. Okay, hang our door on here. Looks like I guessed it pretty close to the ground. Okay, you can see where I have it hung there. Hangs pretty good, and they're wide enough. You know, if you got it way off to one side, it might tip. It might tip one way or another if you had it way off the side, but I kind of centered it, and there's a little more weight here, so I scooted it back a little bit so it hangs real good. I would say I'm about 3 inches from the ground, so not even near close to touching the ground. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've cut my foam, just peel this off, and I'm just going to put it in places that I think myself where the door might hit. So I want to put it on this edge here, and just roll it over like so. I think that will protect it if it hits there. And this may not be a recommended spot. I don't know if there is, but this is where I want it, because I feel that if I hit the bolts, it might scuff something up. So I'm putting a piece like this and just go over the bolts. And then I've got a couple short pieces cut off here that I can put on the edges on the side here and roll them under. So I put one on each side. One on this side. And I think that's pretty much going to protect it if it gets any scuff in case it bumps the paint somewhere. Okay guys, there it is. Super easy to just hang on your wall. If you got another wall with sheetrock, if that bolts are long enough to reach through sheetrock or whatever else you might have, you can even get mason bolts if you happen to have a concrete block wall, but it still work good on that. So I'm going to go ahead and hang all four of my brackets so I can hang all four doors. But I wanted to show you the one. And super good quality. There ain't no flex in them. I mean, they're plenty solid to hold your doors. So thank you for JoyTutus for sending them over. Click the thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to my channel. Catch y'all on the next one. Right on.